What is going on, my ladies and esteemed witnesses of the Poke Union HD? This is Vec, here today to bring you something unorthodox and incredibly original. The very higher level names of the old Pokemon Net Battle and Net Battle Supremacy have gathered together to create a project called Red, Blue, Yellow Plus to play on the Pokemon Perfect server. Pokemon Perfect mainly started by Jackalutra, Lutra, whichever that you'd like to call him. We can all agree, well, for the most of us, that Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow have the most busted generation mechanics ever to be sought in the Pokemon world. The fully paralysis mechanics, the abundance of hacks from Thunderwave, and criticals more than you could ever find in one match. Well, this particular format of Red, Blue, and Yellow aims to balance the entire tier. Wow, I don't think I will ever say that with Red, Blue, and Yellow in the same sentence again. I'm going to do my very best for you guys to paraphrase these top couple of parts here, just so you have a better understanding before this battle, a general understanding of Red, Blue, and Yellow Plus. We now have stab of both Bug and Ghost and Dragon. One thing that definitely sets apart Red, Blue, and Yellow, having the ability to hit other Ghost types, Dragon types, and such. But your question might be, hey Vec, if that's the case, did we get new Dragon types? Yes, we did. The first biggest change that I want to go over before I go into the spoiler of the Dragon types is I would like to first go into the entire the self-destruct base moves are now stabbed. Sonic Boom is now a self-destruct move, and it carries the electric typing with 200 base power. That's the same case with Explosion, except it's 200 base power and it's rock type. And finally, the Poison Gas is now the explosion for the... Yeah, Poison Gas is now the explosion for that. I don't know why it doesn't show that. Oh, okay. I've read a couple of forums about this. I thought Poison Gas was another explosion move, but it's a Oko move with 20% accuracy. So, now, let's get into some of the type changes here. The biggest thing is every starter, bar Charizard, is now ground type, giving both Blastoise and Venusaur ground type stab to handle respective things and also make Venusaur a lot more tankish. Charizard, Gyarados, Aerodactyl are now all dragon typing. In addition, Dragonite is now dragon only typing. I'm trying to get down there as fast as I can for you guys. He's now only dragon typing. A lot of Pokemon have lost their secondary typing, making them a lot more effective at taking the hits that they once could not because maybe they took 4 times the damage and such. And like I said, I'm going to go over some of this with you. Some stuff didn't change at all and others changed a lot. A big reflection in Red, Blue, Yellow Plus is base stats. Tons of base stats have changed from the fact that some of these, and again, before, as I'm saying this, there's no tiers established yet, so you can kind of just do whatever. Do you know Mewtwo is actually nerfed enough to be used? And I can prove that right here with the base stats. And I want you to look at his moveset here. These are all the possible moves Mewtwo can get. And he does get an extreme nerf in the fact he loses Submission and Recover. And Psychic. He now only gets Psybeam as a stab move, which is a 2-turn 130 base power charge-up move. So definitely nerfed, but definitely still has the ability to destroy stuff that might be Thunderwaved. Going into this, another very massive change to this game is Tauros. If you think Tauros was a monster originally, he now gains ground typing. Yes, you heard me correctly. He now has ground typing, allowing him to hit with Stabbed Earthquake, and Stabbed Stomp, which is now also ground type with a 30% chance of flinch. That is insane. While still being able to cover the Blizzard or Thunder or Thunderbolt that you once had on him for your physical walls such as Cloyster. As far as the walls department, there's definitely a lot more walling in here. in the forms of Kangaskhan, which is a pretty decent bulky wall, along with Magneton, who's also rock typing, and Cloyster also got the rock typing. But the two most sickest things when I was looking through this that made me want to play is both Ninetales and Marowak. They both gain ghost typing to their respective attacks. And now that we have Ghost Stab in the form of Tail Whip, Bone Club, and Boomerang, and Nightshade, it makes them very, very nice. Ninetales is something to really be feared because Ghost is still a big deal, and Gengar is now pure Ghost. The only other one I want to touch on is Butterfree, and the reason is because Butterfree was a very cool Pokemon when it came out, but unfortunately it just didn't have what it could do. But now a Psychic-dominated meta game is now dominated by the Bug type that got destroyed by everything in the game, being Bug and Psychic with a massive change in base stats and a massive, massive makeover in the moves. So with that being said, let's get on into the red, blue, and yellow Wi-Fi battle. Hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, let's get into this red, blue, yellow plus battle. I'm going to lead here with Tauros. He's going to lead right on. This is a very bad matchup for me, factoring he could have submission. So I'm going to switch out into my Tangled Up NU. If you guys get that reference, he's going to go for the Toxic. Now, fearing either the Mega Drain or the Absorb being a Water Grass type, I just go for the Leech Seed, predicting him to switch. He's going to go into Electabuzz, which now gains the Psychic typing. I'm not too scared of it, but I don't want to really deal with it, so I'm just going to go out to Magneton to wall it. Probably would have been better to play the game with Tangela, because Tangela doesn't really mind being paralyzed. Neither does my wall, but it is going to enable him to get a Psychic off on me. And I'm not going to be able to get a sub up, so I'm wondering if that means I'm just fully paralyzed. So I'm just going to explode as this Hitmonchan comes in. Now, Hitmonchan is a beast in red, blue, and yellow. This thing with a couple meditates can just tear through everything. So, I'm going to bring in Y Splash, which actually has the attack splash. And he's going to get up a couple of meditates and take me really close down with a Comet Punch. But luckily, I'll finish him off with a Dragon Rage and a Thunderbolt. So, Electabuzz is going to come in. I know I'm going to die. Just going to let it die to the Thunder Punch, as my Tauros can come in and revenge this thing with a stabbed critical hit Earthquake that really wasn't necessary. So red, blue, yellow God has become even more godly. Now I figured once again not a good matchup for me, as he's going to go for the Toxic, predicting the switch. Good play on his part, but I do bring in Tangela again, just going for the safe play on the Leech Seed. Now Caesar, his Gyarados, does scare me quite a bit. Luckily I do decide to stay in Growth and take a T-Bolt, which doesn't do too awful much damage. And the Dragon Rage does quite a bit, but I'm hoping between Mega Drain and Leech Seed I can get enough health back to really do a considerable amount. And he really doesn't want to deal with this, so he's going to go into Arcanus, which is Ghost type and gets Amnesia. Now he's going to try to force the switch with the Confuse Ray instead of going straight for the Fire attack. He's just going to set up an Amnesia. And I'm going to go for an Absorb, which is stabbed with higher base power, and I get a critical hit, which definitely matters. Get off an attack, and I'm going to hit myself with Confusion and die to a stabbed Tail Whip. And now I'm going to bring in Starmie, which is notorious for critical hitting and killing everything in existence. Getting that revenge kill with the critical hit Psychic, and now switching into RK9000, taking Thunderbolt with great ease, taking Surf pretty decently considering. Now that this thing has 563 HP, Surf not even going to two-shot me. And I go for the Body Slam and then go for the Roar, and unfortunately he's going to take me down with a Thunderbolt. He didn't need the crit, allowing me to get my Tauros in for free. Just revenge this thing off with a Thunderbolt, and he's going to bring Necron back in. Now once again, bad matchup for me. Earthquake not going to quite do the trick. He's going to get a crit with the submission, take the recoil damage, unfortunately. And I have Oh My God Star, who has Blizzard, and his last Pokemon is a Dugong. Dugong actually is pretty dangerous now. It's mono ice typing now, but unfortunately I get the very early special drop on him as opposed to his Aurora being dropping my special. To be honest, I was actually really afraid of this thing, considering if it got my special down I'd have to deal with that. But with him being at 1%, I'm just going to finish him off with a Psychic. So thank you, the Poke Union HD, for checking out this Red, Blue, Yellow Plus battle. I didn't go too much into my team, just some major changes, not to spoil my team, because again, being Red, Blue, and Yellow, you did not get a team preview unless my opponent in any case is agreed on Wi-Fi rules. So, hope you guys have liked this upload, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the next upload, and you guys already know what I'm going to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, peace out, objection, and find the computer room.